Have you ever really stopped to wonder, what is a thought? Is it just a word, a random image that pops into your head? Well, the philosophy we're diving into today says it's way, way more than that. We're talking about something real, something with actual physical power.
So, what's really going on inside our minds? Is thinking just some kind of spiritual mystery we're supposed to accept on faith? Or could it actually be a law of cosmic physics? Something as real and predictable as gravity? Let's explore a framework that says it's absolutely the second one. All right, first things first, we've got to get our heads around this huge idea. Thought as a substance. This flips everything on its head. It means we stop thinking of our thoughts as these invisible floaty things and start seeing them as a real form of energy, with a physical presence in the universe. And here is where it gets really, really interesting. This first Diamond Sutra from our source calls a thought an embodied substance. But check this out. It's not just a nice idea. It says this is something we're beginning to observe with scientific instruments. Just think about that for a second. Our inner world might have a measurable outer reality. That's a game changer. Okay, so if thoughts are an actual physical thing, it just makes sense that they have to follow certain laws, right? Just like everything else in the cosmos. And that brings us to the core principle that supposedly makes it all tick. And that principle is called the law of mental attraction. The idea here is that your thoughts aren't just sitting there inside your head. Nope, they're active. They have this kind of magnetic energy that actually pulls things from the world towards you. And according to this text, this isn't some new idea, it's a fundamental law of the universe. So how does that work, really? Well, the second Diamond Sutra gives us a pretty cool picture. It says your brain is like a powerful radio tower, both broadcasting and receiving signals. The kind of thoughts you have, whether they're positive, negative, creative, whatever, sends out a specific frequency. And that frequency then pulls in similar thought energies that are already out there, floating in the universe. It basically supercharges whatever you're focusing on. Okay, so we have thoughts as a real substance and a cosmic law of attraction that pulls things in. But in this whole system of what the author calls human electricity, what's the ultimate power source? What's the amplifier that turns the volume up to 11? The answer, according to our source, is one simple but incredibly powerful word: belief. We're not talking about a casual passing thought here. We're talking about that deep, unshakable conviction you put behind a thought. Belief is the superconductor that takes all this mental electricity and turns a tiny spark into a bolt of lightning. And this final aphorism just brings it all home. Belief is so powerful that the fruits, the actual results you see in your life, can be truly astonishing. That's why the text uses this beautiful Sanskrit phrase, Vishwaso Pal Dayak. It translates perfectly to, belief is the fruit giver. Your belief is what ultimately makes the thought become real. Now, for anyone curious where these mind-blowing concepts are coming from, all the Diamond Sutras and the core ideas in this explainer are drawn from the book Manvya Vidyut's Kichamakkar, which means Miracles of Human Electricity, written by Ugrishi Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya. So let's just quickly put it all together. We went from a thought being a real physical substance to it being governed by a cosmic law of attraction, all the way to belief being the ultimate amplifier. It's an incredible chain of ideas, and it leaves us with one big question for you. Now that you know the power you hold, how are you going to use your belief?